Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Majin StarCraft. Today we're gonna have, second match of today is going to be between the Terran Next Chobo and the Protoss Angra Mainyu. So we're gonna Chobo and Angra simply because it's easier. I hope Angra isn't the clan, but we'll see. Having a little bit of chat here. Protoss versus Terran on Xel'Naga Caverns. The Dark Templar homeworld again, because apparently Burning Steppes, Jungle Basin, Steppes of War, Blistering Sands, just haven't been that, fun maps lately, and Xel'Naga Caverns has dominated so far. Lost Temple, Metalopolis. I'm sadly disappointed, but hey, what are you gonna do? So I had a little bit of more free time today, and why not cast another game? And yeah, it's gonna be this one. Supply depot on the way, and pylon already here. No scout for Angra as of yet. And now the scout actually goes out after the gateway. So here we go. Scout after gateway. Gonna go to the direct position, or gonna scout in a clockwise or counterclockwise method. So far it might be counterclockwise, it might be just a diagonal scout. We'll see what happens. Apparently Next Chobo actually opting to go for the clockwise scouting method. So we have a refinery and a barracks about at the same time. Gateway is almost done. A simulator is almost done for Angra, and counterclockwise scouting path for the Protoss. So both players should find each other at about the same time. The Protoss Angra will have a slight scouting advantage simply because he sent it out a little bit earlier. Not gonna matter though, because at this point they don't have any units to stop that early scout. Here comes a Marine to try and stop the scout. Not gonna happen. The Marine is a little bit too late. There it is, just the probe passing right by it. Right inside the mineral line, gonna spot for any kind of shenanigans. Gonna see that everything is okay. So he knows that he's facing a Terran with a barracks and nothing more. Here comes the Marine trying to micro perfectly to take care of the probe, but the probe very wisely microing away and probably gonna start getting shields. Meanwhile, the SCV has reached Angra. Orbital command is already up. Cybernetic score just finished. That means that a Zealot is being chrono boosted out, so we will have an early Zealot instead of delaying that Zealot and getting a Stalker. So scouting will continue for both these players, as Next Chobo can pretty much micro around the Zealot. However, inside the base of the Terran, the probe has been blown to pieces. Factory on the way, and a second assimilator. Might be the 111 build. There's a tech lab on the way as well. Warpgate tech is almost complete as well. Warpgate tech is almost complete. Sometimes I'm such an idiot. About a quarter of the way there. Sentry on the way. Sentries are always good, especially if you're worried about an early Marine Marauder push. You can save your base with one force field. However, Angra is actually opting to go for an expansion, so he only has a small amount of forces, and will he be able to deal with a Terran bent on harassment? As you can see, he's actually going for Blue Flame Hellions, and there is that starport, so we might see right after Blue Flame Hellions a transition. However, Blue Flame Hellions are really gonna be late. And what is this Hellion doing here by this really big, interesting floating rock? Nope, it's actually gonna start and move out. I have no idea where did that Hellion go. Note the Hellion is still here. There is a bunker to defend. 4 Marines ready to engage, to come inside that bunker and shoot anything that comes in. Stalker and Zealot on the way, and here they come. Gonna run in there. Zealot gonna run in. The SCV gonna get inside. The SCV is gonna be safe. 2 Marines taken out. Oh, and finally the Zealot falls. Now the Hellions are going to try and chase the away the Stalker, and they succeed. A little bit of scouting there. Has Angra spotted the starport? I don't think so. Angra right now still inside his base. Nope, he spotted the starport. He knows what's on the way. Well, he thinks he knows what's on the way. We'll see. There's a medevac, so we will see Blue Flame Hellion drop. The expansion for Angra Mainyu is finally here. A Mainyu. not menu, but menu is finally here. 2 gateways, pumping out a lot of probes, trying to get a little bit of saturation on his expansion, getting out of gas, so that will be his 3rd gas, seeking to overcome the Terran in income. So far Angro Menu is ahead, also mostly because of his harvester count and the fact that he's on 2nd base. Soon he'll have the gas advantage as well, so if anything, next Chobo needs to push now, needs to make something happen, and here is that something. 4 Hellions. 4 Hellions. 4 blue flame Hellions. 1 is actually in the yellow. Will they do enough economical damage? I don't know. However, he is trying to come on this position, and that means that Angro Menu will spot this Hellion before they manage to do real damage inside the main. Here they come. Oh, this is really bad. Transitioning probes. Will they manage to die? No. Oh, very nice. Using all those force fields to try and save all the probes, and now warping in a couple of stalkers there for defense. However, pick up, and now the Hellions are inside the main. Stargate on the way for Angro Menu right here. What will he bring out? So far, nothing. Every single probe is running away, getting a lot of probe kills there. I have no idea. As you can see, Harvester count down to 27. Will they get more kills? No. No more kills. Probably one more. Did he get one more? No. Oh, he actually got a lot of kills there. Stupid timer. Took a while to reset. Super counter took a while to reset, and 15 harvesters. So huge economical hit there for Angro Menu to take, and great play by next Chobo doing the damage with the Hellions. Still has a couple of Hellions because the blue flame is pretty good on the defensive. He will probably use it. Now he's actually amassing a Marine Marauder ball with a couple of Hellions, still pumping Hellions, so it's going to be Marine Marauder Hellions. No Medivacs has yet to support the bio build. Here comes the Phoenix. The Phoenix is only for scouting. There's no point in trying to attack this Phoenix because it won't do anything. It can't on its own. And what else do we have? Production Tab says Stim on the way, 2 more Hellions, 2 more Marauders. Nothing out of the Stargate. Void Ray. Void Ray, not the best choice of unit right now. And that Stalker controlling the Xel'Naga Tower dying. Not the best choice of unit right now because it takes a while to charge. Almost complete wall-in. I suppose it's almost a complete wall-in. Only little entrances right here, but that's not gonna work. No, complete wall-in. Oh no, they're using the force fields to block the Hellions away from the Marauders, and no, this was the opening right here, I'm sorry. And now losing 2 Hellions next Chobo. He's still gonna try and apply pressure. Yes, the Sentry still has enough to apply more force fields. Was trying to sacrifice that Hellions into baiting to lay down force fields. Not gonna happen. Here comes the Void Ray. Void Ray gonna do a lot of damage. The problem is only 2 Marines left alive. Once the Marines are dead, the Void Ray, despite the fact that it doesn't have the ability to really do damage, now it does. Fully charged on the Marauders. And all the Marine Marauder and Hellions have died. 2 Marauders here on the to reinforce and a Hellion, but now they know that they need to fall back because a Void Ray is on the way, and without any Marines that's not gonna happen. And picking up a lonely Marauder. This poor Marauder is going to die. Void Rays no longer have Flux Veins, but they are fast enough to chase down that lonely Marauder. Production tab still says probes, Hellions, Marauders, and Medivacs, so nothing out of the ordinary. Income is probably, yeah, there it is. The income is very, very high for next Chobo because of the mules, but there we go. As you can see, Angro Menu slowly getting back because he's on 2 base and has more gas. So very nice. It's basically economy versus early harass versus a really versus a lot of harass. The problem with this build right now for Chobo is that he is mining, and he'll soon be mined out. He needs to expand soon or he'll risk being starved out by his own attacks. So far, Angro Menu doing a great job on defensive, using even a Phoenix to scout, and he's gonna try and scout. Here comes another drop, probably gonna try and drop the Hellions here and do another big hit of econ. Damn it, if we look at the units lost tab, next Chobo is ahead by 1,000 minerals, well 950. And if he manages to do another big hit right here, only sacrificing 2 Hellions for a lot of kills, that would be huge. Vikings on the map to deal with the Phoenix problem. However, there is no such thing as a Phoenix problem. Probably more so the problem is Void Rays. Now, Vikings versus Void Rays will do good. However, Phoenixes and Void Rays will probably be able to fend off the Vikings. We'll see. And here is the drop. Almost missed it. Doing a lot of damage. How much? God damn it. I actually was talking and I missed it. I goddamn missed it. Will the harvester count drop? Come on. Will the harvester count drop? These seem a lot less. Apparently no. Harvester count actually rising. Yep, harvester count is rising, so that didn't go so well. Nope, that did not go so well at all. That drop was a complete fail. Probably dropped it, all the probes running away, and before the Hellions actually managed to do some damage, the Void Rays and Stalkers managed to get the kill. So here comes the move from Next Chobo. Probably his last considering this position, or will he try to secure his expansion? Yes, he's actually trying to do that. Now, Next Chobo's tactic will probably be to break down these rocks, and make it inside the main of Angra Mainyu. Right now, I have to say he's extremely lucky. There is no pylon to scout, and these rocks, if not checked on, will fall pretty fast, and soon the Protoss will find his main completely exposed. Problem is, here comes a couple of Phoenixes to try and do the same economical damage that Chobo did earlier. Now there are no Marines here, no Vikings, so these Phoenixes actually can pick up a couple of SCVs, but not gonna happen. Meanwhile, what is Next Chobo doing? Running across the map, trying to find anything, weakness, any kind of weakness. Tried to run in here, found out that Angra Mainyu's main force is still here. He probably expected that the Phoenixes were actually a early push, in the sense of the Phoenixes come first, then comes the main army, and that's probably the reason he retreated. Finding out that that's not the situation here, they come to try and break down the back door rocks, but Phoenix is actually in a great position, spotting this, and here comes nope, main still not coming, main army still not coming. A lot of Marauders here, a lot of Hellions, no Marines, Vikings to deal with the air, and here comes the Protoss. So it's gonna come down to who manages to win this. 4 Vikings versus 4 Phoenixes, 3 Phoenixes and a couple of Void Rays. Who will win? Vikings actually doing a lot of damage. Here comes another encounter, stimming up. Will the Marauders do enough damage? But now that the Vikings are dead, this is a huge problem for Next Chobo, because these Void Rays are going to decimate every little thing. Despite the fact that they don't do a lot of damage until they're charged, the Marauders cannot shoot up, and as you can see, they're just getting focus fire down, and now Next Chobo has lost his army. Units lost tab, finally favoring the Protoss. Angra in a great position, not losing so many units. His army is still semi-intact, only losing the Phoenixes and a couple of Stalkers. Units wise, we have an observer on the map. Production tab says shields on the way, more Marines, siege tank, trying to opt for siege tank. There is a robotics facility on the way, so everything is great for these players, transitioning into new builds that will try to get the upper hand on each other. So I have to say I love this. Robotics facility, robotics bay. What does that mean? Oh, you've guessed it, Colossus. Or just probably trying to upgrade some stuff. We'll see. We shall see. Third expansion on the way for Angra Mainyu. Income says fairly equal. However, Angra is ahead in the gas. So far, Next Chobo hasn't secured his gas on his natural, and we'll see how that plays out. So that means that he can't have gas-intensive units. And there is an observer chilling here, right here, spotting the army, just wobbling that little warp field, that little cloak field generator on itself right there. Just nope, I see you. And Next Chobo is not even aware of that. Bringing up a pylon and a pylon right here. I have no idea why. Here comes an SCV, the Scout. That is huge. Huge in the sense that now Next Chobo is aware that his opponent is expanding. He is aware that his opponent is getting more bases than him, is going to have a lot more income, and actually a Protoss has the ability to reinforce his armies a lot faster. As you can see, a lot of warp gates being produced. These 2 pylons can actually mean a lot of warp ins here, break down the rock. I'm sorry, I hiccuped. Break down the rocks and try to use the same tactic that Next Chobo tried, break down the back door. This Stalker trying to shoot down the SCV, and there is a supply depot sinking it down. So a little bit of scout. Now Angra is in the middle of the map. If we look at the army size, 141 food for Angra, 114 for Chobo. So it's gonna come down to positioning right now if Angra chooses to attack. Oh, sacrificing that, not the best of choices. Next Chobo really needs to play a little bit on defensive. However, a lot of Marauders could deal with the Stalkers. Tanks could be, the Immortals could be brought down by Marines, and also Marines could do a fairly decent job against the Void Rays and the Phoenixes. However, so far, there's only one Viking on the map. There are a lot of Marines, and there are a lot of tanks to help out in the destruction of the Stalkers. And here's the battle. Extended thermal lance ready for the Colossus. Colossus burning a lot of the units, using the Phoenixes to snipe out every kind of heal, and the what do you call it? The Viking picking up a lot of units, reducing the numbers of Chobo. And now Chobo is actually gonna try to get the Colossus, but gonna fail because of the Void Ray damage on the tanks. And now next Chobo is in a very bad position. 113 food over 75 food. Right now, it is my opinion that Angra Mainyu can actually stomp this, can walk in pretty easily, especially with the Void Rays. He can come inside the main Void Rays, as if I'm not mistaken there are no more Vikings on the map, so there's nothing to deal with the Void Rays. There's already 6 Phoenixes. Phoenixes can come in and do great economical damage, and here come reinforcing Stalkers, reinforcing Colossi. So everything is looking for the Protoss. Second Stargate on the way, an Immortal on the way. So there's a scan, not gonna see too much. Sadly hasn't spotted this army. Proxy Pylon gonna warp in a lot of units. Stargate right here to try and probably reinforce the air pretty fast. However, Angra and next Chobo, I don't think he can handle this. He has a lot of Marines which are good against Phoenixes, Void Rays, but the Colossus will just plow through everything, picking up the siege tank because it's not in siege mode. They don't even have siege mode, so taking out the tanks instantly. Marines just getting burned to a crisp. Medevac getting burned, and their next Chobo calls the GG, because despite the fact that he applied early pressure, it wasn't enough. And apparently Angra Mainyu isn't leaving the game. He's gonna actually try and come inside the base and do a lot of damage, even though next Chobo is not in here anymore. He's gonna come in here, gonna take out the tech lab. This is huge because he's fighting an opponent that is dead in the water. Still fighting. As you can see, he's not even bringing out reinforcements. What is he doing? He needs reinforcement to deal with this very dangerous Terran. So yeah, I have no idea what Angra is doing right now, just walking across the map. There's no point in really continuing this game. Let's pop the replay and see how much. Now he'll stay in the game for one more minute. There's no real point in seeing another minute of Angra walking around. So great game, great Protoss versus Terran. Great harass with the Blue Flame Hellions at the beginning. Sadly, the main push inside the main on the ground on the main ramp wasn't successful for Chobo. Angra was able to fight off against that. Was able to fight off a second drop, and he actually, because he was on 2 base, he did manage to starve a little bit the Terran out. And once he secured his 3rd base, his numbers just soared and just walked the Terran into the ground. Just all I have to say. Great play. So thank you guys for watching. You've had the subscribe button for the length of the video on the replay bar. If you want to press it. If not, thumbs up the video if you like it, thumbs down if you don't, and feel free to leave any suggestions in the comment section below. See you guys next time.